Hello, welcome to Access at E3. I'm Rob, joining me is Nathan.
Hello.
Death Stranding, Nathan.
Yeah.
We still know very little about it.
Nothing at
but
all.
We've decided we don't care.
Nope.
And that I think it's my game of E3.
Same,
personally.
man. Absolutely the same. Look, I liked it so much I bought a Kojima Productions t-shirt.
You actually bought it.
They've not even made one game yet. What? You know what I mean? This is a gamble.
It is a gamble.
But this is how much I enjoyed that trailer.
It was an amazing trailer, wasn't it, I thought? Because, firstly, I'm just enjoying the mystery of not knowing what the game is about. So often now you know everything about a game before it's come out. You've seen all the set pieces in all the trailers. You know what's going to happen at the end pretty much. And there's no real surprise left there for you. And I just love it's making me excited. It's making me feel the excitement of being a kid, and there's something big and amazing that you know is being made by brilliant people who are excellent at what they do. Obviously it's going to be great. And I still don't know how it's going to be great.
What I really like about it is that there is a track record with Kojima, but this is like a really unique kind of circumstance where he's the level of that he has attained in the industry. He can make whatever the heck he wants, and there isn't but realistically it's going to be X, Y, and Z. This game could be anything.
Yeah, I know.
Because it's Kojima, and everyone in the world wanted his game. PlayStation's got it, and I think that they trust him to just deliver. So,
I mean, it's massively exciting when someone who is so obviously that talented gets such a high degree of creative freedom. And I think especially nowadays, when games cost so much money to make, it's quite rare that someone gets to just go and make a brilliant game, please.
Someone who takes games as seriously as an art form as he does, but he's spoken about it, and he's tried to, and even famously until very recently, I hadn't really played any of the Metal Gear series. They're not on, not that famously, but among our viewers, not like people were talking about it in the street.
Just Google it, Nathan Dyson. Never played any of the Metal Gear games.
First thing that comes up. And even in that game, which is quite old now, just the way that little ways that the camera was set up so that you'd move through a particular space or something was so cinematic, and just and quite apart from the really kind of showcase kind of stuff that was done with the memory card or vibration, the stuff everyone knows, or the back of the box. That stuff's amazing. But even the little bits, that they were just pushing the envelope in loads of small ways. It's been there from the beginning. He just takes games, and his team and his but he's having someone wanting to push the envelope like that.
Yeah.
That's really exciting. And at this point too, mature tech. PS4's been around for a while. Everyone knows what they're doing, and he's collaborating with Guerrilla, who have for a long time made some of the best-looking PlayStation games going. So
well, I still think Horizon is top two best-looking games I've ever seen on console. It looks unbelievable.
Yeah.
But we do know little bits about. We saw the very first gameplay for Death Stranding this year at E3, which is a big deal.
It's just like walking up hills, man.
And we've now revealed that Norman Reedus' character is a delivery guy of some sort. We still don't know precisely what he's delivering. He's got a baby in a tank on his chest. The world doesn't look particularly inhabited. There are lots of wide open expanses, which look insanely good, by the way.
They do, and I love the palette, man. I love the. I was really enjoying the music.
Yeah.
It looks great, like we said. Reedus is. He was the first thing in the game, right? Before Kojima had decided what game he was going to make, he decided that he would like to make it with Norman Reedus. And as a presence, I don't know if Kojima knew he was going to come across well through motion capture or what, but his tone of voice and his delivery, there's something in this kind of atmosphere, there's something really
it works, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really anchored about it. I find it very compelling. And just him moving through where I guess it kind of looks quite Japanese because it's kind of very rainy, mountainous and green.
And quite grey and muddy and
earthy,
wonderfully bleak and also otherworldly at the same time.
Holly did also point it out, it's quite a lot like Wales as well. The rain and the mountains and the green. So
and the weird shadowy spectres hanging in the sky all the time. And flipping out
and just,
Wales.
Just nudging it into sci-fi like that. Like a world that I don't and I feel stressed the whole time that it's going on. There's an enormous tension to it.
But that's really enjoyable. And Kojima's games and the Metal Gear series, they've always been right on that edge. They've always leaned into ridiculousness and sci-fi and the fantastic, while still being sort of grounded in the real world.
Yeah.
And it looks like he's really been able to explore his love of that the oddness. I love odd sci-fi, and I was getting sort of like 2001 style vibes, just in the sense of I don't really know what's going on. It's kind of creeping me out. I'm enjoying the feeling of loneliness and being creeped out, and it's kind of just poking you right in that existential dread button.
Well, like exactly the same things are really like that. I'm really enjoying. Like I've always been a really huge fan of David Lynch.
Yeah.
And David Lynch talks about, like there isn't something behind the mystery always. That feeling where you're trying to work something out.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing. Like that's the thing you're supposed to enjoy. And then once you know, sometimes it's like, so, the mystery itself is beautiful. And then when it dissipates, and there's so much mystery in Kojima's games anyway.
Yeah.
And then also there's most famously Annihilation, right, which has been made into a Netflix movie, but it's also a novel. It's a very good novel, and that's kind of seen in the tradition of almost like Lovecraft, but like I think that they call it New Weird in like literary magazines and stuff.
Yeah.
And New Weird, and this kind of feels to me like that. Like there's no real explanation for it, and it's a bit kind of post-apocalyptic, and I'm not really sure what's going on. And I loved Annihilation. Read it in a day. It's brilliant.
And I do love that New Weird stuff. There's like another author of mine who I really like called China Meeville. I don't actually know how you pronounce his name. He's like one of the New Weird guys. He's written a book called Perdido Street Station years and years ago, set in this very, very weird city. They're pretty much just weird for the sake of being weird. Right. And one of my favourite authors, M. John Harrison, writes so many books about the feeling of being lonely, feeling alone, feeling detached from everything. And also it's just filled with weird stuff for the sake of being weird. And I like it.
Yeah.
And I'm getting all those vibes from this game.
So if you had to guess though, Rob, if you had to guess what the things in the sky are and what the can of baby is doing.
Don't make me guess. I mean, there's loads of theories, like is that a clone of himself he's protecting? Is it the last baby of humanity he's protecting?
Kind of the oil and the dead animals did give me kind of like post-apocalyptic vibes.
You're getting post-apocalypse from it, but I don't really want to speculate about it.
No,
I don't want to guess.
No.
I like not knowing, and I'm liking the mystery.
Bathing in the ambiguity.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying it, and we've seen sort of stealth elements. It looks like part of the mechanics of the gameplay will be hiding from these things that exist on some kind of other plane.
Even that thing freaks me out, man. Yeah. Like the little kind of scanner, I don't know what that thing is on his backpack.
Blop, blop, blop,
yeah,
blop.
I love that
It's
thing.
obviously sensing something that exists on a different
plane. Or is it
plane.
like flicking something out?
Who knows?
Like, I don't know.
But the handprints that go through the ground, and if that is part of the gameplay, and you have to hide from things you can't see, and you can only see them when they put their hands on the ground.
It might be too tense for me to actually play. I don't know.
But it's going to be amazing.
I would just, my last thing, and it isn't really like any speculation, but it's just, so once the trailer had gone live on the showcase, Kojima had written a post for the PlayStation blog, which you can go and read, where he kind of talks about the new castings that were revealed, and all the way through, whenever there is like a phrase like Link or Bond, he puts in brackets Strand, and it made me think for the first time that Stranding could be about linking things.
Yes.
Like putting, and you wouldn't necessarily use, it's a really creative use of English, is what I'm saying, of language, and it doesn't really get us anywhere, but it does double down on like the themes that the game has of like, there are umbilical cords, there are like connections between worlds, there's a connection between Norman Reedus and that baby for some reason. So the idea of the connections between people and between things and perhaps between kind of realities that's what I got from his blog post anyway. Man, I'm just really excited. I got a t-shirt.
You have got a t-shirt. It's going to be awesome. I mean, I think I could talk for another 10 minutes, but we've got to end it there.
We should.
That's why we are in love with Death Stranding, even though we really don't know what the hell's going on. Let us know in the comments if you're excited for the game, and do stay with us because we've got loads more coming up.